Yana was one of the members of a nomination group of Olga Kazulina, who was candidate on this parliament election. And Yana, she's from Salihorsk, but she came to Minsk and she actually gathered the majority of the signatures that was necessary for Olga's registration. And after this, she returned to Salihorsk, and KGB officers and militia tried to invite Yana several times to their offices and to speak to her, to find more about her participation in elections. Yana rejected to do it without special summons. After this, she was actually caged in the city center and transferred by militia to the office, where she was offered to sign some paper that she can't actually read. The officer prohibited, they closed the text of it, but they just ordered her to sign it. And when she refused to do it, they beat her hands. She was really in shock. She tried to run away from this cabinet, and they beat her legs. So she fell, and so she called for medical help. She was transferred to hospital, and after this she submitted a complaint to local prosecutor office and asked to initiate criminal case against the officer who beat her. But the local prosecutor office answered her that there's about 7 witnesses from militia who can prove that this officer Pugachev, who beat her, met her in the city center, and that she already came to the office with these blessings. And so she came by her own, nobody transferred her to the office. So after this answer, she decided to submit a complaint to General Prosecutor Office, and she went to the post office to send a letter. And at that moment, just near her house, some unknown man catched her by her hair and hit her by the door. And he said something like she should stop all this, otherwise it will be worse. So she again called the medical service from the hospital. She was taken to militia officer office, where she supposed to give explanation about this case. And actually she was very rudely treated in militia officer again, and they made very rude jokes about her. And she refused from hospitalization finally, but she's in a very difficult psychological situation, because she is actually in human rights defender sphere from 2000, and she herself considered her to be ready for everything, but this situation made her really stressed, and she's quite, I think, feel herself in a very unsafe way now. She's living with her mother, and actually on her mother, who is quite old, the pressure also was made.
Do you think this is connected with the parliamentary elections which were held in September?
It's one of the connections. I mean, she was fastly pressed because of her participation in parliament election, and actually she was beaten fastly because of this, but this officer who beat her now may face up to 8 years of imprisonment, and I think that this second case, this more to hide this and make her silent about this.